Well guys, what do you say we finish this one up? Alright my friends, it's time to get Gus finished up here. I got other projects to work on. I need to have this ready to go. So as you can see, I've done a few things. I painted up my wheels when no one was looking. I got the frame all touched up. Looking nice. Got my headlights and markers working. Although that's hard to see, they work. Got brake lights. If anybody was curious how my rust hole ended up, not bad. A little divot right there, but who gives the turkey? That looks pretty good. That big hole that was in the bottom of the door, gone. So there's only one more step in this whole equation. I gotta paint this box, and I decided to keep the box its original red. I don't have a good reason for that, only that that's the most leftover paint that I had. Now what I did, I took all the leftover red that I had, be it base coat, clear coat type paint, single stage, whatever. I dumped them all in one big can. Like I said, this has got to be on a budget of $0. So I threw all these paints together. I come up with about a pretty full gallon. So now the downside is I don't know. This is a lot. There's a lot of real estate to cover here, and I don't know. Let's just say I don't know how thick I'm going to get a gallon of paint to cover all of said real estate. So I guess all I can do, I've already power washed it. I'm going to take my little buzzy sander and just kind of rough up some of the rust a little bit, blow it off with my leaf blower and just let it rip. And I think, well, I guess we're all in this together. We're going to see how well that turns out. Gotta get this guy out of here. But all right, guys, let's finish this bad boy. Thing. Yeah. So guys, I don't know if any of you are in the advertising business, but I'm guessing if you've ever sanded down a billboard, this is what this is going to be a lot like what I can imagine that would be like. I've never sanded a billboard down, nor do I want to, but I think this is going to be all the practice I want with that. Now friends, in proper form, what one would want to do here, you know, if they were going for that look, you know, start with about 120 grit, and then sand it with 220, and then probably put a good heavy coat of primer on, then sand that with 320, and probably another good heavy coat of primer, sand that with 400, and then hit it with some base coat, some clear coat. Boy, that would be just beautiful. We're going to be doing none of that. I'm going to sand it with whatever sandpaper I can find, just to, you know, knock that scaly stuff off, and then we're just going to take the spray gun and, you know, kind of drain and refill. You know, drain and refill, just like you're painting a fence in your backyard. So I guess this thing ain't going to sand itself. I might as well get to it. Now I'm even going to do you one better. I don't even feel like getting out my air board to sand all that. I'm going to use this handy dandy, you know, woodshop project buzzing sander. I dug up some 180 grit. This is happening. You know, like I said, I ain't got the time or money to make this a showroom truck, especially considering that I'm guessing it's going to have green paint slattered on top of it sometime this fall when I hit it with the auger. It's not that anybody ever plans that, but it happens. Say if this were, going up to one of these fancy truck shows, I might consider doing all that prime and sand and prime and sand and fill and buff and polish. But yeah, like old Kenny said, sometimes you just got to know when to hold them. This is one of those times. She's warming up out here. I got to get painting before that paint dries too quickly. Ah! Okay, friends, that's gonna be pretty good for that side. Now I know what you're saying. You're probably thinking to yourself, hey, you might not have got it all. It doesn't look very good. And let me tell you, to the naked eye, that might not look right. But if you put some clothes on your eye, I can't see a single imperfection in that whole thing. That is showroom ready. Let's hit the next step here. Well, guys, I had a little change of heart, a little change of plans. I decided that rather than take the leaf blower and blow some of that off, that I'd just take the power washer and wash it one last time. What's it gonna hurt? Nothing.
You are an unstoppable good idea machine!
All right, guys, well, I guess the wind is now blowing real hard, so I guess if brakes were like COVID, I still wouldn't catch one. I suppose I'm just gonna crawl up there. Now, like I said, I've only got a gallon of this paint. Everything I mixed together, and she's topped off to a gallon, so that's what I've got. We're gonna call this Victory Ferguson Red. I guess, wish me luck. This is gonna be tricky. Well, 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 friends, what do you think? I'll take claim to that. I'll drive that to town this year. Heck yeah. Well, I suppose that's gonna do it for me. Believe it or not, well, maybe you do, I don't know. That pretty much took the entire day. The day's shot now. So I guess I'm just gonna back that in there next to Turd Ferguson and call it a day. This project is done, my friends. So guys, that's gonna do it for me today. I'm just sick of painting. That's a lot of paint. It's a lot of, I'm not gonna paint anything for a while, but I'll find something else to do that'll be fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Fluffy, don't just wag your tail at me. Are you gonna do anything today? I didn't think so.